The study of properties associated with a magnet is called a. The study of magnetic field associated with the moving charges or current is called B. The space surrounding a magnet in which its magnet effect can be felt is called magnetic field. The magnetic field is represented by magnetic lines of force. The magnetic force acting on a charge q when it moves with a velocity velocity through a magnetic field B is given by इसका आंसर है, एक मिनट, ए इसका आंसर है. The magnetic force experienced by a charged particle moving in a magnetic field will be maximum if it moves perpendicular to the field. The magnetic force experienced by a charged particle moving in a magnetic field will be minimum or zero if it's parallel to the field. In a magnetic field, charge at rest experience zero force. The SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla. A charged particle moving in a magnetic field experiences a force is known as, and the direction perpendicular to the both field and its motion. The SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla. The magnetic force acting on a unit positive charge moving perpendicular to the magnetic field with a unit velocity is called magnetic induction. The magnetic field is dominated by B. Maximum force on a charged particle moving in magnetic field is given by QVB. Which of the following is not unit of magnetic induction? Weber. The magnetic effect near current carrying conductor discovered by Kristen. A steady current passing through a conductor produces a magnetic field only. Force on a current carrying conductor placed is a magnetic field is given by this is the right answer. A is the right answer. A current carrying straight conductor in a magnetic field perpendicular to it, the force experienced by the conductor is this is the right answer. If a wire carrying current is placed in a magnetic field and force acts upon it, the direction is perpendicular to the field. The force per unit length of current carrying conductor in a uniform magnetic field is given by C is the right answer. A current carrying straight conductor is placed in a magnetic field parallel to it. The force experienced by the conductor is F is equals to 0. If the current passing through a wire in a magnetic field is doubled, the magnetic force would become twice. The magnetic force on a current carrying wire placed is a magnetic field is not directly proportional to the thickness of wire. The force exerted on a wire of a 1 meter length carrying 1 ampere current placed at right angle to the field is called magnetic induction. A 5 meter wire carrying a current of 2A in a right angle to the uniform field of 0.5 Weber m2, the force on the wire is 5N. If F is force experienced by a current carrying conductor of length 2m placed in magnetic field of straight B, where I is equal to IA is the current following through the conductor in the magnetic field, and angle between force and field is 45 degree, then the answer is this is the right answer. Torque acting on a current carrying rectangular coil in a uniform magnetic field is given by the relation no. Torque acting on a current carrying rectangular coil in a uniform magnetic field is given by the relation if the plane of rectangular coil is parallel to the magnetic field, the torque on the coil is if the plane of the rectangular coil is perpendicular to the magnetic field, the torque on the coil is 0. The deflecting torque on a current carrying coil plane is a magnetic field is maximum when the angle between the magnetic field and the plane of the coil is 0. When a charged particle is projected along a perpendicular path to a uniform magnetic field, its trajectory is circle. Which of the following in motion cannot be deflected by magnetic field? Neutron. If an electron and proton enter into a magnetic field perpendicular with the same momentum, both particles will be deflected equally. The force acting on a charged particle projected into a magnetic field of induction B is maximum when the angle between B and the velocity v of the particle is 90 degree. A charged particle moving in the magnetic field B experiences a resultant force in the direction perpendicular to its motion and field. The path of a neutron moving normal to a magnetic field is a straight path. The E upon m of an electron moving with speed along a circular path in a magnetic field is given as E upon m b E upon m is equal to b okay E upon m is equal to E upon b square r. Which of the two charged particles of same masses will deflected more in the same magnetic field? Fast moving. A charged particle enters from the left on the plane of paper perpendicularly on the vertically downward magnetic field. The direction of force on it would be perpendicularly on the plane of paper. The charged particle enters the uniform magnetic field in such a way that its initial velocity is not perpendicular to the field, the orbit will be a circle. The EM of an electron moving with the speed along a circular path in a magnetic field is given as E upon m is equal to E upon b to b square r. Charge and mass ratio of an electron is 1.75 x 10 की पावर 11 c kg minus 1. ओहो ये नहीं है 44 का है 43 का है 1.75 मल्टीप्लाई 10 की पावर माइनस 11 c kg minus 1. ओके ये ठीक है. An electron enters a region where the electric field E is perpendicular to the magnetic field B. It will suffer no deflection if E is equal to BB. When a particle of charge q and mass m enters into a magnetic field B with velocity v perpendicular to the B, it describes circular path of the following radius. A steady current passing through a conductor produces a magnetic field only. Two parallel wires carrying current in the opposite direction repel each other. Total number of lines of magnetic induction passing through a surface placed perpendicular to the field is called magnetic flux. The magnetic flux through the area A is mathematically defined as magnetic flux is term of B and A. Normal to B is defined as the SI unit of magnetic flux is the SI unit of magnetic flux is रिपीट हो रहा है मेरे ख्याल से। Weber. Weber is the unit of मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स। अभी देखेंगे दोनों में कोई फर्क नहीं है। इधर वेबर ऐसा यूनिट क्या है मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स का, वेबर। इधर वेबर इज द यूनिट ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स। तो इधर आपको मिलता जुलता हर चीज़ आंसर खुद ही इधर से मिल जाया करेंगे ज़्यादातर मोस्टली। टोटल नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स ऑफ मैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन passing normally through a unit area is called flux density. The SI unit of flux density is Na-1 M-1. The magnetic induction is called magnetic intensity. The SI unit of flux density is टेस्ला। ये पहले भी हमने अभी ऊपर देखा था। The relation B point L is equal to SI is the mathematical form of Ampere's law. Ampere's law states that the sum of the quantity BL for all path elements into which the complete loop has been divided equal times the total current enclosed by the loop. The value of permeability of free space in SI unit is this. The SI unit of magnetic permeability is Weber m square. Weber m square. By winding wire on a cylindrical surface we get a solenoid. When current passes through a solenoid, it behaves like a bar magnetic. The field inside a long solenoid is uniform. मैं इसको गलत पढ़ रहा था। solenoid it's solenoid is uniform and dash, whereas outside the solenoid it is so weak that it can be neglected as compared to the field inside, much strong. Magnetic field along the axis of a solenoid with n turns per unit length carrying current I is given by Okay, a solenoid 15.0 centimeter long has 300 turns of wire. A current 5.0 A flows through it. The magnitude of magnetic field inside the solenoid is क्या लाइन लग गई ओके 66 पढ़ते ना तो इसका है इसका ए इसका आंसर है ओके अब हम चलते हैं 67 पे अ सोलेनॉइड 15.0 centimeter long has 600 turns of wire. A current 5.0 A follows through it. The magnitude of magnetic field inside the solenoid is 2.5 multiplied by 10 to the minus 2 hit W on M square. 2.5 multiplied by 10 to the minus 2 C. A solenoid that is bent into a circle is called toroid. Magnetic field inside the turns of toroid of radius r and total n turns carrying current I is given by ये इसका आंसर है मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ऑफ टोरॉइड इज गिवन बाय अब मुझे ये नहीं समझ आ रहा कि ओके ये इसका आंसर है चलिए नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं अब हम द इक्वेशन फॉर टोरॉइड कैन बी ड्राइव अप्लाइंग एम्पेयर्स लॉ electromagnetic induction is the phenomenon in which an EMF is induced in the coil due to the change of flux through it when the coil is moved in magnetic field. When the coil is moved in magnetic field. When the coil is moved, not removed, it's moved in an electrical field. The current produced by moving the loop of wire across a magnetic field is called ये induced है induct है पता नहीं क्या है मैं इसको गलत पढ़ रहा हूँ induced induct current The induced EMF is produced in a circuit due to the change of flux to the circuit. The change of flux okay 75 इधर मूव करते हैं The magnitude of the induced जो भी है ये EMF in a circuit depends upon rate of change of flux through the circuit. According to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, अच्छा ये इंडक्शन होगा, इंडक्शन है तो इंडक्ट होगा वो इंडक्शन. द इंडक्ट EMF in a coil can be mathematically expressed E is equal to minus n. Wait, ये है इसका आंसर हमारा, ये induct EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux like with the coil is the statement of Faraday's law. The direction of an induced current is such as to oppose the cause producing it. This is called Lenz's law. Lenz's law is accordance with the law of conservation of energy. The phenomenon of producing EMF in the coil due to change of current in the coil itself is called, अबे क्या लिखा है, self induction. The self inductance of a coil is given by L is equal to EMF dash upon dash. The SI unit of self inductance is called Henry. 1 Henry can be defined as Vs A minus 1. The process in which a change of current in one coil causes on induct EMF in another coil bear by it is called mutual induction. Mutual inductance of two coils is measured by the relation M is equal to minus फिर bracket EMF फिर bracket S. ये इसका आंसर है. Mutual inductance has a practical role in the performance of the transformer. The ratio of self-induced EMF to the rate of change of current in the coil is known as self-induction. Henry is the unit of both self and mutual inductance. Inductance is measured in Henry. The current in a coil of 500 turns is changed from 5A to 0 in 0.25 if an average EMF of 50V is induced during this interval. The self-inductance of the coil is 2.5H. नहीं सॉरी, इसको हम स्किप कर देते हैं। इसका सही आंसर ही नहीं लिखा हुआ, क्योंकि ये ऑप्शंस में 1H है, 2H है, 3H है, 4H है, जबकि इसको हम बाद में चेक करते हैं। नॉन इंडक्टिव रेजिस्टेंस आर यूज्ड इज रेजिस्टेंस। The emotional EMF developed in a conductor depends upon all of these. अच्छा, ये 90 का मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ, इसलिए मैंने इसका किया नहीं। If the number of turns in a coil is doubled itself, inductance will be doubled. The emotional EMF induced in a coil is independent of time. Self-induction of the coil increases, the dash increases. A and B are correct. Okay. If V is the speed of a conductor of a length L moving perpendicularly across the magnetic field B, then the emotional EMF is given by dBl. The metal rod of length 45 cm is moving at a speed of 0.7 ms in a direction perpendicular to a 0.35 T magnetic field. The EMF produced in the rod is 1.1 multiplied by 10 to the power 2 V. A generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. A device that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy is called electrical generator. The principle of an electric generator is based on Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. The EMF produced in a generator is this is the right answer. The EMF produced in a generator is when an AC generator is converted into a DC generator, slip rings are replaced by a split ring. AC generator works on a principle of motional EMF. Which one of the following in DC generator does not have slip rings? The current which fluctuates from 0 to maximum and maximum to 0 is called AC. A device which converts electrical energy into a mechanical energy is called DC motor. Alternating EMF is produced rotating a rectangular coil of wire in magnetic field. The EMF induced in a coil of AC generator under the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction. A transformer is used to change voltage. ये तो कॉमन है, आपको भी पता है। ट्रांसफार्मर आप लोग के घरों के आगे पीछे भी लगे हुए होंगे। द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ट्रांसफार्मर इज म्यूचुअल इंडक्शन। द प्रिंसिपल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द फिनोमिनन ऑफ म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस इज transformer. Transformers are used in circuits containing AC alone. In a conventional transformer, EMF is induced in the secondary by the changing magnetic flux. The heat transferred from primary to secondary. अच्छा ये तो उसका पढ़ रहा हूँ, sorry. In a step up transformer, ये होगा इसका आंसर। Cause of self inductance is both A and B are correct. The core of transformer is made of soft iron because iron is a good magnetic substance. A transformer steps 220 watt to 40 watt. The secondary turns are 40 and primary turns are 220. An ideal step down transformer is connected to main supply of 120 watt. It desired to operate a 6 watt to 30 watt lamp. The transformation ratio is 1/20. शुक्रिया, अल्लाह हाफिज़।